Hello, today we're going to be looking at the top 10 Star Wars The Black Series figures I would like to see in 2026. If you didn't know, Star Wars The Black Series is a 6-inch 1/12 Star Wars action figure line by Hasbro. It's mainly character focused, but every now and again you will get a couple of creatures, some vehicles, and like a little diorama. But just because those are few and far between, I won't be including them in this list. This list is going to be strictly figures only. And without further ado, let's get into number 10. So for number 10, we have Nute Gunray from Star Wars The Phantom Menace. I think this guy would be a cool little figure just to get, because we have quite a lot of Phantom Menace figures anyway. I mean, we just got Watto, which is insane to me. How can we get Watto before one of the main villains of the film? And not to mention Nute Gunray shows up a lot in just the prequels as a whole. He has a different outfit in episode 1, 2 and 3. I would hope we'd go for the episode 1, just because that's a bit more of his more iconic look. And I mean, he even shows up in Clone Wars if you want to go that far. I mean, he's a pretty important character in the prequels, and I think he needs to be made. Especially because I just know like Hasbro would kill it with his sculpt. Any aliens, they absolutely kill it. And I know I would buy a Nute Gunray. So for number 9, we have Tessik from Star Wars Return of the Jedi. This guy is one of the coolest Jabba's Palace denizens in my opinion. I think just the Quarren, like kind of an alien look, and just this costume just scream scum and villainy to me. I love his costume. I mean, Sideshow's made a version, TVC's made a version. I want a Black Series one. Like, this guy is like my favourite kind of glup shito character. I really do love Tessik, and I'd love to see him in Black Series, because once again, you just know that Hasbro would kill it with him. And, I mean, we've not got really any Jabba's denizens. We've got Jabba, Salacious, Bib, and some Gamorrean guards. We need some more. I'm dying for anything Jabba's Palace in Black Series, and I think Tessik would be a great inclusion. And next up, for number 8, we have Kino Loy from Andor. If you know me, I adore Andor. It is like my favourite Star Wars project, except for the original trilogy. That is just peak. And Kino Loy is one of those underrated, well, not even underrated, I think he's just a very well liked character. He's a great character. His speech, the One Way Out speech, is amazing. I can't sing this character's praises enough. And I'd love to get a figure of him. Yeah, there's quite a few customs out there, but I wanted an actual Black Series version. There's so many Andor characters that need to be made in Black Series. And I get, not a lot of them are kind of action figure oriented, but Kino is. I mean, you could give him like the staff, the pistol. I think he'd just be a really cool and fun character to get. And I'd probably buy 2 or 3, make a custom of Cassian in the prison attire, make a Melshi. It'd be so cool. And I'm dying for Kino. And for number 7, we have the Imperial Gunner from Star Wars A New Hope. This is one of those Imperial designs that it really is a head scratcher as to why they've not made. It's an army builder, it looks really cool, and I mean, it's quite a lot of reuse. There's so many Imperial characters in the line now that it'd just be so easy just to get a bit of reuse. Just make a new overlay, a new helmet. Oh, it'd be amazing. It really is kind of stupid that they haven't done one yet. But hopefully, one day, maybe with that 50th anniversary coming up, we'll finally get one. Because this is just an underrated Imperial design. And I would really love one. And for number 6, we have the 41st Elite Corps Scout. As you can tell from my profile picture, I adore this clone. It's my favourite clone trooper design, and it's my favourite clone trooper battalion. Just like the kind of early scout trooper look, I love that. And the camo is just amazing. And I'd love to get this Guy in Black series. What a shocker. I think it'd be just a really cool army builder. But I do get the feeling it would have to be deluxe because of paint. I think Hasbro would probably pull that. But I don't know, it's just such a cool design. I mean, theatrical Clone Trooper designs I'm always going to prefer those to Clone Wars slop. I'm kidding. I love Clone Wars, but just give me the clone. Give me all of the Revenge of the Sith clones, and then I'll be happy. Then I don't have to ask for anything more. Just give me the 41st Elite Scout, Hasbro, please. And next up for number 5, we have Nien Nunb from Star Wars Return of the Jedi. This guy's just another one of those cool little glup shitos that we really should have gotten by now. We've had the 40th of Return of the Jedi, and I think he should have been made then. And we also have General Lando, who would go great with Nien Nunb. He's just one of those kind of head scratchers, like, why haven't they made him yet? It's easy reuse. If they really wanted to reuse the Rose Tico body, they could. I mean, once again, Hasbro kills it with like alien sculpts. It'd be an easy seller. I'd probably buy a couple, I'm not gonna lie. Use it for customs. It's just a cool character that I really wish we'd gotten by now. I mean, throw him in the Rise of Skywalker box if you really want to do a repack. Anything it takes to get him made. I need my Nien Nunb. And up next for number 4, we have Garin Dan from Star Wars A New Hope. Garin Dan, also known as Long Snoot, is another one of those cool just glup shitos that we really should have gotten by now. I mean, we've been getting some of these cantina aliens, and how have we not gotten Garin Dan? TVC just got a new one recently, so just scale it up. It'd go so well with the cantina scene that we've been building out, with the new 77 characters and the new Sand Trooper. He's really just missing at this point. I really do hope we get him. Maybe once again for the 50th in 2027. I'd love him. I really would. And next up at number 3, we have Dirge from either the Clone Wars micro series or just his look in canon now. I prefer the Clone Wars micro series look, as that is the more iconic one. But I mean, if it has to be the canon one just for him to get made, I don't care. Dirge is just like a really cool bounty hunter, like one of the most like kind of badass bounty hunter designs out there. I'll be honest, I prefer him to Boba Fett. That might be, that might get me set on fire, put on a pike, but I love Dirge. I don't know, maybe it's the little 2D Clone Wars kid in me, but it's such a cool design. I mean, do like a made-to-order version with his speeder as well? I'd eat that up. I'd get 2, keep one in box, and it's not often I do that. I adore Dirge, and I really would love to get him. Like, even if you go down the made-to-order route, have like some like arms, for example, with like the little kind of like worms coming out. That'd be so cool. I'd die for him, I really would. And next up for number 2, we have Kleya from Andor. If you've watched Andor, in the first series, like, she wasn't a particularly standout character. I still loved her performance. But if you've watched season 2, you'll understand how much of an underrated and cool character she is. If we were to get a look, I'd kind of hope for her kind of Luthen shop look, the kind of like blue outfit. I think that's probably her most iconic one. But I wouldn't mind the kind of disguise outfit she has with the little hood as well. Either way, Kleya is one of those characters that we need desperately. I know she isn't really that kind of action figure centric, but I don't care. I need that Andor representation on my shelf. And I know Hot Toys are never going to make her. So, come on Hasbro. Please. I will, whatever it takes, just give me a Kleya. Because she just is amazing underrated character. that I really think deserves some representation in action figure form. And next up we have the honourable mentions. These are just going to be three figures that nearly made the list but didn't, just because of reasons with the character, or I just preferred the ones on the list a little bit more. Getting into the first one, we have Pong Krell. This guy is like the most requested Clone Wars character at this point. It used to be Savage Opress, but we thankfully got him last year. And I think the next obvious one is just Pong Krell. Do him as made to order, give him some alternate arms, like the folded up lightsabers, like an alternate faceplate. He would sell so well. Like, you'd be printing money at that point, Hasbro. I think Pong Krell is just one of those characters that I think most people like. Well, granted, I've seen the subreddits, not a lot of people like him, but a lot of people want his action figure kind of representation. I know Lego made a figure of him a couple of years ago, and he's pretty expensive now. Pong Krell is just one of those characters that just needs to happen. So for the next honourable mention, we have the Phase 1 Clone Pilot. I think this is a figure that was really surprised to me that just hasn't happened. I mean, we got a pilot with Clone Pilot Hawk as a Walmart exclusive, but why did we get him and just not the Phase 1 Clone Pilot? It's just a way more iconic look, and it's just such an easy figure to make. It's just a new helmet and a little kind of overlay piece. It just needs to happen. I haven't got much else that I can say other than that. It's just a really cool design, and I'm really surprised Hasbro haven't made it already. The reason this guy just didn't make it onto the top 10 is just because I didn't want to have too many clones on there, and just too many troopers. And I think there are just some figures on there that just deserve to be a bit higher than the Clone Pilot. But either way, he still needs to happen. It's something that's really missing off my episode 2 shelf. And finally, we have the Imperial ATST driver. Just like with the Imperial Gunner, this is just a cool and like underrated Imperial design that I'm so surprised we haven't got already. I mean, just think of like, with all the Imperial bodies we have, this must be such an easy figure just to kind of get Hasbro to kind of pump out. That doesn't mean I want it to, kind of be just like a lot of reuse. I do want it to be accurate, of course, but it's it's surprising to me that we just haven't got this design, just because of how prominent he is in the Battle of Endor. But still, I think it's just a really cool design, and it needs to happen at some point in the near future. We are not getting anywhere near the amount of OT figures that we should be. And finally, for number 1, we have HK-47 from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This guy's number 1 for a reason. I'm a bit of a KOTOR shill. I love KOTOR. 1 mostly, 2 is okay. And SWTOR's kind of slop. But HK-47 is my favourite KOTOR character, and it is insane to me that we haven't got him yet. I mean, we got Revan, we got Jedi Revan, which is kind of a slop figure. We got Bastila, who's great. We got Malak. We got Zalbar, once again, slop figure. But how have we got those figures and not HK-47? He's such an iconic part of those games, and just that kind of comic relief character as well. I just love him, and it's just such an underrated design that I really wish that we'd get. I mean, TVC got one a couple of years ago, and it looks great. Just scale it up, Hasbro. That's all I ask. I I really, 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 I don't think I can emphasize how much I would love a HK-47. I think Hasbro would kill it, because especially like with the Super Battle Droid, they've been killing droid sculpt. Well, most of them. But yeah, I will not rest until I have HK in my collection. So there we go. that was the top 10 figures that I would like to see Black Series make in 2026. Do you agree with my list? Make sure to leave yours down in the comments below. Next up, we'll probably have the Transformers or the Vintage Collection list, and that should be up next week, unless we get some surprise reveals. But yeah, that was the end of today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.